Hello, and welcome everyone. We are playing Domination in Greece, and we are in the Yamato. And I am Phoenix61. Been doing a lot of Yamato videos lately. I've been having a good stretch of games with the Yamato lately. And as always, of course, I'm indecisive on what to do right off the bat here. So occasionally with starting off as a battleship at this map, I'll head towards these islands that are just kind of off to the left when I spawn in this position here. Because then I'll, occasionally you can get lucky and not be spotted under the cover of those islands, and then you can, these are pretty low. These aren't very high mountains, so you can get a lot of firing you can do over these islands here, but you are then relying on everybody else to spot for you too. So only 2 destroyers in this game. We do have one headed for A, but if he goes into the zone, then he's gonna, he's not gonna be able to see a lot of stuff over there on that side. So this kind of, it's almost like a visibility wall issue right off the bat here in this game. So we will just kind of be patient here at this point. We have a ship that is built for range, and we might as well use it, right? I know some players are just like, they hit full forward and just keep it at full throttle forward the entire game and drive around and shoot at stuff, right? But yeah, I like to kind of, in this ship and this spawn point, just these particular circumstances, I kind of like to see where people pop up on the enemy team and where people are going on our team and their team and etc. So alright, so we finally get some spots over here at A. That was kind of what I was saying, like look how close they got in before somebody picked them up, and it was probably the cruiser, our cruiser in B, that spotted these guys, right? Man, I want to take that shot still so bad. Okay, I was like, sometimes it's worth being like patient and just not firing the blind shot if they go dark, but yeah. Those looked pretty good, except I looked like I didn't. Yeah, I could have fired a little bit more forward, but we still got a good chunk of damage off that Yamato too. And yep, we're going in and out of being spotted as well, so good for us, right? Alright, we're going to do another. So I'm aiming a little bit higher, because he's kind of, he's not traveling perfectly broadside to us anymore. He's kind of going away as well. So aiming a little bit higher to try and get those bullets on. I'd rather have a guaranteed hit than try and go for the, big Citadel hits, just because, I mean, yeah, you want to get the Citadel, it's obvious. But guaranteed bullets on target's better, in my opinion. And in that scenario, if I've got a perfectly broadside shot to him and he's maybe a little bit closer, I might aim a little bit lower to the waterline, right? Alright, this Minotaur, man, I don't know how he got away with getting this close to this island here. Oh, it's a good thing we stopped gearing. Yeah, gearings have crazy long range. It's like 17-kilometer range torpedoes, so no bueno. But reload time, it's American ship, reload time is pretty terrible. Oh man, we might be able to shoot underneath that little ridge there. The thing, I like the Minotaur. It is a challenging ship to play as. I mean, I feel like I've said that about pretty much every cruiser, right? But yeah, cruisers I feel like can be the most rewarding yet most challenging class to play as, right? We will go after this Azure just because he is sailing nice and broadside to us. I'm gonna guess he's gonna turn away because he's looking this direction and he sees me. Yep. So I aimed a little bit higher, and that worked out for us. We got 10 grand on him. And it'd be nice to spot that Minotaur in there. So like I was saying with Minotaur, you reloads crazy on that thing. You can really sit back and cover and just unload on ships. But if you take AP rounds from just about anybody, you're dead. So yeah, so staying hidden as a Minotaur is just so crucial, especially early in the game when there's plenty of battleships left, right? And they're gonna get the zone cap on A, and we're down a ship, so we got some making up to do here. Somehow we have 55,000 damage. I feel like we're doing decent. If we can average 50 grand for every fight, 10 grand every minute, basically, of gameplay time, that'll put us at 150. That should put us, that should get us some decent XP and some credits. Alright, more torps coming probably from that gearing again, so we will continue to back up to make sure we don't get hit by those, because they pretty much have infinite range. And take some shots at this Conqueror. It's such a good shot, even though you can't quite see him over the island, but yeah, so you can look, you can, raise your aim way high in some circumstances, see where his hull is, and then kind of eyeball it within the island. So we'll see what kind of hit we get here. That's pretty decent. We'll take it. We'll take it. He was turning in towards us here too, if you look at the mini-map. So it's kind of something I didn't quite account for during that shot, but we still got a decent hit on him. And it looks like he's burning too. And yeah, we are still getting away with not being spotted right now. So it feels like cheating sometimes, right? Oh, somebody else jacked that. Alright, we need to do something about these cruisers over here, because our destroyers don't want to go and cap this zone because it's all cruisers. I mean, we're the guy to do it, right? Like, Yamato, we're a good cruiser killer, right? So I'll see. The biggest concern is probably going to be, I think the Showdown has pretty decent range torpedoes too. They've got those deep water torpedoes that make it even, you're harder to see them. It takes, they don't pop up as, they're closer to your ship, I think is what I was going for. The torpedo detectability is tough on those, right? And then the Minotaur's got tons of torpedoes for us too at 10-kilometer range, so we will have to be weary of him as well. Baron! See if we can't do something to him. Trying to just anticipate if he's, I can't imagine he was gonna not move forward. If you keep an eye on their smokestack, whether, depending on their, where the smoke is trailing out of their smokestack and how much is coming out, you can kind of tell if they're starting to accelerate or not. So that's what I was trying to gauge, and I was kind of trying to anticipate him moving forward. We still got some hits that put us up over 100 grand. And I'm a little leery about using damage control on this fire. I am the guy that likes to put out fires right away. But I know some of those guys over there have decent range torpedoes. These sneaky cruisers that are hiding in their smoke screens. They need to come out and be a man and fight me. That is like the worst mentality for this game, by the way. If you're just trying to be a brute, especially in a cruiser too, right? Like you'll just get annihilated. So they are playing the game correctly by trying to not be spotted and not take hits from a Yamato. And yeah, whittling away at my health is kind of the name of the game for at least those cruisers, right? Yeah, so drawing that's the Pan Asia tech tree for cruisers, and yeah, they get smoke screens and high flying bullets. You can fire behind cover pretty decent. Yeah, and same with the Minotaur too, but I'm guessing he is just too close to the island to be able to lob bullets at me, or he might be paying attention to somebody else at the moment. But I don't see bullets from him. There's the Sejong torpedo. So let's see how close that was to me before I spotted it. That's what I was talking about. Like those deep water torpedoes, their torpedo concealment, whatever you want to call it, is just brutal if you're a battleship. And of course, those those are indicated by the round icon above the torpedo, right? And those cannot hit. Oh, nice. Now we're cooking with gas, right? But yeah, those deep water torpedoes can't hit destroyers, so that's the disadvantage of them. So if you're a destroyer and you see round iconed torpedoes, you don't gotta worry about them, and you're spotting them for your team. Somebody else might be in danger. Man, I just like this Minotaur knows I want him. He knows. He's teasing me. He's baiting me. Because he knows he's gonna, so like his game plan to try and take out a Yamato, he's not gonna win that, if we're both spotted, I'm gonna shoot through this hole. See if this works. Nope. Occasionally, I think I'm just too far. If I was closer, that might have done something. The bullets didn't have to arch, but he wants to hit me with torpedoes, so he's gotta try and bait me over to him, right? Because if he were to try and cross this, this open water gap, he would just be dead in one volley from us. Pretty much no matter what angle No matter how his hull is angled, you just blast 8 people. It's through him and rip him apart. So, because I've been there, I've been the Minotaur and gotten just one-shotted, dev-struck off the game board, right? So, all right, we've got crazy range in this ship. I know we've got the Showdown out there still. The Minotaur is probably not in a position to shoot torpedoes at us, so we will get rid of this fire. But I am going to see if I can't put a stop to this Zone A having been capped by the red team this entire time. This is our moment to kill the Showdown. And again, as always, my apologies if I'm not saying that correctly, and we get a dev strike on him too. So that is what those that cruiser was trying to avoid this entire time, right? It is like, you know, there's a late stage of the game where people start to get, you know, either like desperate or like negligent or, you know, like whatever, like, oh, I've survived here for this long, you know, and they're just not paying attention to, you know, some of the, especially if on if the opposite team is ahead on ships and they're advancing, they just you just end up not noticing that, right? Oh, here we go, through the hole, through the dragon mouth. We get one hit, not much, up to 180,000 damage though. We might be pulling our weight this game. All right, Minotaur. He knows we want him. He knows we want him. All right, so I'm gonna go around this island here, and absolutely he is gonna anticipate that. And he was pointed directly like towards it, right? So he, like, his hull, like, you know, he's broadside to this side, right? He's got torpedoes, and there's no way he's not gonna send them this direction, right? So when I start getting around there, I am going to hit reverse and turn in as much as I can. So if I can't, you know, if I can point at him, I will take less torpedoes. You know, I'm gonna take some, right? Because, like, he's the only ship left. Like, it's not, you know, like, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna just sit here and be a baby. You gotta fight like a man and go and get hit by torpedoes, right? All right, full brakes, turn in. Yeah, he's trying to shoot me. He's like, no! I just fired at that battleship. If only I was loaded right now. Those front guns might be able to finish him. But yeah, there's no way there's not. Yeah, there they are. So many times. I'm going to use my heal now. We managed to survive, right? Like, we got that. He's gone, though. Set it all on him. And that's what he was worried about, too. Man, that could have gone either way. That was a little bit circumstantial. We got a little bit lucky there, right? If he would have hit us with 1 or 2 more of those torpedoes. He's got 2 launchers of, I think, 4 on each side. So, like, potentially could have taken 8 torpedoes, you know, if we hadn't anticipated that. But, yeah. And he might have been a smart play, too, by firing him real close to the island. He might have anticipated us trying to turn in towards him, too. So when you're up at these higher tiers, you know, people are better at predicting your movements, right? And you also have to be better at predicting theirs. All right. See if we can't finish off this Borgong. On fire. He's going to put me... Oh, my gosh. He's going to burn me. We need to kill him so we don't die. There we go. All right, we'll go through how I have the commander set up. I know there's some differing opinions that I get when I do this, which is interesting. Like, I love it when you guys tell me, because I do try out, you know, I do read your guys' comments when you comment on how I have my commander set up, and I do occasionally change things up and try different things based on those comments, and so I appreciate it. But yeah, occasionally someone's like, "You're an idiot," and we love that too, don't we? We'll see where we end up on the leaderboard in this game. 99 for the campaign. So close, right? Like, so close. I think this campaign that I was working on this, you know, this season or campaign, whatever you want to call it, 4 kills, almost a Kraken. Wah, wah. Man, almost 3,500 XP, though. That's awesome. 190 grand profit on a legendary tier. We're using this Celestial Garden. This is a commander guy. So I think I'm using Takeo or somebody, or is that my destroyer guy? But anyway, here's how we have them set up. Lots of range and shell grouping. Basically anything range and accuracy or AP shell related, I'm picking those things, right? Main battery range another 3%. So we were like, this was like, what was it, like 19 some kilometers we were able to fire this? Yeah, so this Takeo Takagi is, if you can see up in the top right, that's who the actual commander is. So, but the Celestial Garden's kind of a fun commander, guys. That is it for this video, guys. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have lots more fun videos on the way. Yeah.